Daybreak. The conversation begins right now. It's about the state of politics, and we'll be crossing over to Kasarani in just a bit, where the gates were supposed to have been opened by 3 a.m. We'll find out whether they were open at 3 a.m. and whether the delegates are already heading there, plus the people expecting an announcement from Honorable Raila Odinga, the ODM leader. But there's still a lot of political issues that have been happening in between. One of the OCA principals, One Kenya Alliance principals, Musalia Mudavadi, said that he was invited but is not going to show up. We'll find out the significance of that. Let me introduce my guest real quick. Governor Kivutha Kibwana is here. Governor from Makueni, thank you so much for making time. Gladys Boss, woman representative for Uasin Gishu, is also here. She was here very early by there. Thank you for making time. Honorable Sabina Shege is also here with us, woman rep from Muranga, and Honorable Isaac Mwaura, nominated member of parliament, is also with us in studio. Asante sana, and thank you for making time. Governor, I'll start with you on this one because you're a presidential candidate. How significant is this day in the political race? And I see it's the front page of the Daily Nation and the Standard as well. They call it Raila's big day on this one. The other one, they say how NASA turned into a blessing for Raila. How significant is this day to the entire race that you are also involved in?
Let me start by saying that I think it's quite significant for Honorable Raila Odinga, because he's beginning to very seriously pitch his presidential campaign. And because of aggregating all the meetings that he had, I think the 14 of them in the regions, bringing now all that together to Nairobi, and the fact that I understand he has also invited very many dignitaries, even from abroad, I think this is the day that he wants to make that big statement that he's in this race for real, and this is probably his most critical pitch at the presidency. Were you invited? Of course I was invited because I did support the question of Azimio la Umoja, because nobody really can say no to a unity initiative, and very many people are going to support the unity initiative. But when it comes to now supporting the presidential candidature of Raila himself, you know, that takes negotiation, because all the people who are presidential candidates, all these political parties, will have to come to a place where now they make decisions through their organs how they are going to go forward into 2022. So will you be attending though? As of now, because we are here, we should finish here first, and then I will know what to do next. So you haven't decided whether you're going or not? I think it is safe to say that this is the first assignment of the morning or of the day, and then we shall, you know, proceed after here to decide what we are going to do. Governor, you're running for president, and you say that it's a unity call that attracted you to support the Azimio la Umoja. Is it possible to support an ideology and not the person pushing it? You support the unity initiative because this country has been very divided, and it has been divided on ethnic basis. So when there is any person who says that they want to pursue unity, and it isn't just one person, many people may have a unity agenda, and that is one of the things that personally I would subscribe to, because for example, when when Raila Odinga went to Kalonzo Musyoka's presidential bid, it didn't mean that he was supporting the presidential bid itself. He was saying, we have traveled together for 10 years in the recent past, and therefore I just come in terms of solidarity. So the unity idea itself is one aspect. One has, of course, now to see what is the manifesto, and political parties, you know, sit down and they decide when it's crunch time, how will they move, because being a party leader of Muungano, I cannot make a personal decision and just say now I will support so and so. We, you know, the party will decide, you know, what we need to do. And, you know, of course, there are many people who are saying that I need to take my presidential bid to the end. But there are negotiations, and one can't be closed to negotiations.
All right. Honorable Boss, how significant is this day? Is this the day when now the race is officially defined? Because your side has been saying that he's a formidable competitor, but nobody has actually come out to say he is actually running.
Yes, Raila has been campaigning, and as far and the way he's, it's obvious that he's a presidential candidate. He has done this several times. I think maybe 4 times he has announced his candidature. In the past, this will be the 5th time. The difference this time is he seems to have the entire government system supporting him, pushing him, helping him organize the meeting. In the past, he has had the famous Kasarani meeting where there was the disrupted by the men in black. And that one, it was an ODM affair. But this one is not an ODM affair. It is actually a government affair. I have seen the way it's been organized. It actually reminded me of the way we were organizing the swearing in of the president in 2013, where you have all the police are there, there is a committee, members of the National Security Council are present. You find that there is members of government are there helping in the preparation. So that is the difference. But Raila has done this several times. He can announce his candidature, but what I'm looking forward to is I'm hoping that Raila Odinga can announce that he will accept defeat. That is the big announcement. Announcing his presidential candidature, he has done it all the time. It's not going to be news. What is news is I want him to say, I'm running for president. If I am defeated, I will accept defeat. Because if you remember, in 1997, Raila Odinga did not even accept defeat. Yet the race was between Kibaki and Moi. Moi had 40% and Kibaki had 31%. Raila had 10%, but he still didn't accept defeat. So that is what we want to hear from Raila. That will be the big news.
All right. Honorable Sabina, how significant is this day? In your own assessment, I'm trying to get a feel before we get into the details of it.
Well, quite significant because we have new friends and new partnership coming up. And as Professor said, the call for unity and people coming together is very important for this nation. And especially where after every 5 years we see people fighting because of elections. And hopefully that this time people have matured up in politics and we're going to do politics with a lot of decency. I think we've seen a lot of name calling and the likes, and I think where we are now, we've not been very good examples even to our children. And for now, we hope that as we call for unity, for Kenyans to come together, it is important that people are allowed to make their decisions without being coerced, without being intimidated, and that they choose their preferred presidential candidate. I'm not so sure whether today is the day that Raila is going to announce his presidential candidature, because this is not an ODM NDC. It's actually a coalition of many people, partners, and we've seen him going around the country. And today, he's just going to, take all the views or just do a summary of all the views that he has received from different parts of this country. And so I'm not so sure whether the big announcement will be made today, whether he's going to vie for presidency or not, because this is going to be endorsed by the ODM delegates themselves. But as today we have many people invited, including ourselves as Jubilee, including other friends who are coming in, I think even internationally. And so today I'm looking forward to the day I'll be attending. Prof, I am sure I'm attending after this assignment, because I have been invited as friends, as Jubilee Party. So we're looking forward to see a new path in this country. Whether people lose or people gain, we just want to have politics of decency. We just want people to unite and be given a chance to choose whoever they want to be their leader. And hopefully that this time we'll not have a repeat of 2007, a repeat of 92, all those years that we have had people fighting. My prayer is that Kenya can come of age, and we can be able to vote not only the presidential, because the president is just one person. We'll go all the way from MCAs to the governorship to the MPs, and call for unity, call for decency is very important today. So that Kenya can be a very good example. We've seen what has happened to our neighbors, and we will not want to go that route.
Okay. Honorable Moro, I'll come to you in just a bit.